think the key to the Sony a7S III, if you're filming yourself, is ISO 2000 if you're in a Cinetone profile. You have to go to the second base ISO generally so that you can change your aperture, and that way your camera will actually have a wide focus, like so that you can see that plant in the background. Yeah. Now it's more visible. See, before I was having trouble showing you plants. Now it's still too big, but now I'm not having trouble with the focus. I've never been to film school. Okay, I know that from photography school because I became a photographer. Alright, so Jeff Epstein. Should I snitch on Jeff Epstein? Prince Andrew wants me to snitch on Jeff Epstein. Tell me everything about Virginia. She has ruined my family. Everyone knows I'm the pervert from the royal family because I fucked a prostitute once, but no one cares that Prince Harry fucked a prostitute, but mine was underage. Alright. So, would I fuck a prostitute if you guys paid me enough? Alright, so let's see here. Jeff Epstein, largest landowner in New Mexico, where the lab is, Santa Fe. Was Jeff Epstein involved with Scary Labs? Would not be involved with that lab. Fuck that lab. It's kind of weird. The Texas labs aren't as scary for some reason, except they are. Colorado's scary. Colorado's too scary. Colorado's the fucking scary lab. Like, Colorado's like the lab. Like, Colorado's like the everyone wants to live their lab. Like, Los Angeles, it's like our budget can't handle it. Like, there are too many people in Los Angeles. There's no lab there. There would never be a lab where everyone lives. Okay, so Epstein, what happened to his land? I think the state of New Mexico owns it. Congratulations, you own the drugs. Alright, so where else are drugs grown? I don't know. Alright, so what am I snitching on? Everyone knows this. Government knows this. Like, that's the thing. Okay, so I keep reading in the news that Russian oligarchs are getting their yachts seized and they're getting screwed over and all this bad shit's happening. And you know what I think when I see that? I don't want to be a Russian oligarch. I don't want to be an American oligarch. I don't want to have a yacht that has an American flag on it. I don't want to be an American citizen that owns international property. I think the Americans have this thing about it where they're like, no one will ever turn on us. We're the best. And I think that, like, you're not. And I don't think that an American would ever cross their mind that they're not the best. And I think that's one of the issues here is like, hey everyone, we all know that democracy makes us the best. All we have to do is pick the black person and everything will be fine. Like, if only we can only talk about Ketanji in terms of like child pornography only, then everything will be fine. Trust me, this is all about child pornography. This is all about child pornography. Ketanji's gentle on child predators. Like, that's what we need to talk about. She's too gentle on everyone with the law. She believes less people should be in prison. That's all we know about Ketanji. Yeah, I think Ketanji does not believe that you have rights. I think Ketanji believes that you do not have a right to know about your trial. You do not have a right to snitch. You do not have a right to tell the truth about what's happened to you. Ketanji does not want you to tell the truth about the federal government being involved with very, 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 very frustrating things. Ketanji does not want you to talk about the federal government's nasty, nasty behavior, and because she doesn't want you to talk about it, she wants to make sure you can't find out about it, so you can't be involved with your own trial. And, like, that's the thing about Ketanji is, like, she's a person that really believes it's important that I'm not involved with my own trial. That I have to sit here and I have to have someone tell me, hey, you're about to get tortured, dude. You don't even know. You don't even know what these people are like. They're not trying to torture you to get you to talk. They're trying to torture you to get you to confess. They know the drugs have, they know that in the drugs there have been COVID-19. They know it. They're gonna torture your ass. They won't tell the American public about COVID-19 being in the drugs. They can't tell anyone. Then people will find out the government spies that much. They'll find out this technology's real. They'll find out that I really did get threatened with a gun because I live next to Lockheed Martin's lab, and the entire time I've lived here, all I've ever done is try to talk my mom out of living here. We have to leave, we have to move, we have to move. Can't move. Why? Because my family owns the farmland. My family owns the drugs. We have to keep making them. And my opinion is, I don't know how to stop them, because I don't know how to stop my own fucking mom. I haven't figured it out that my mom's rich. We only own 700 acres. Which 700 acres is enough to grow enough drugs for the world. But all I'm saying is, we don't own 700 acres. And that's the key to the whole thing, is we're all lying. So that we can make sure that we're brainwashing the world to do what? To pick Joe Biden? To make sure that my yacht gets seized if I'm overseas and I'm an American citizen? To make sure that I can't do international business? I mean, that's the real situation that we're sitting in right now. Everyone's so afraid of the United States because they don't... Because, dude, they're afraid of the CIA. They're afraid of Ivanka Trump. They're afraid of the U.S. military. Like, for a lot of people, I think it is comforting that I would be overseas because I'm not going to be in the United States shooting, like, involved with people that are going to shoot nukes at them. They'd rather have me chilling in Europe so that if the U.S. shoots nukes, they're shooting nukes at Europe because, like, I think some people don't trust the United States to any extent. They don't trust the United States not to shoot nukes at their own allies because they think, God, the United States, the way it acts, they might just start killing everyone. And, like, they don't know how to trust us. And I think that's because we're not worthy of trust. It's because, like, the best people in the government, oh, Joe Biden, everyone trusts him. He is going to sit there and make sure that you all know the Republicans are so against Ketanji. That's why they're talking about her laying off child predators. She's not harsh enough on crime. Oh man, they really were mean to Ketanji at the hearing. Everyone's so mean to her. And, like, I think the reality of that situation is, if the Republicans wanted to be mean to Ketanji, they could tell the truth. She's completely against the Constitution. Like, who she is against the Constitution. And my understanding is, like, she's a nice person. She's very against the Constitution. And, like, there's nothing I know more about her than that she is very against the Constitution. And I think that's just kind of the nature of people at the top of our society. They get to know, you don't get to know. You don't get to know there's COVID-19 in your drugs. I don't even know. All I know is I get told shit's getting put in there. How do I know? Why do I think it's Paul Rudd? Because he's the person that when I look at him, he's fucking sweating. No one else is sweating. Paul's the one that's sweating. I don't know why. Like, Paul knew who I was, I guarantee you, and he looked scared. And that's all I know. Motherfucker looks scared. I don't know if I ever picked up in Malibu. I don't know what's happening in my fucking car. All I know is Paul Rudd was scared at the fucking grocery store. That's where how do you drop off? Well, the state of Colorado is controlled by the mafia. They want to make sure that the city where the lab is, which, where's the lab? Woodland Park, Manitou, Colorado Springs, Monument. Pueblo does not count as the lab. I've never heard of Larkspur. Obviously, Salida's had drugs there before. But that's what counts as, like, does East Colorado Springs count as the lab? My understanding is East Colorado Springs is the only place they will ever find the drugs. And they know. Like, they can't find shit anywhere but East Colorado Springs. Apparently you guys found it in Manitou. Alright, so is Cripple Creek the lab? I would count Cripple Creek as the lab. How is Green Mountain Falls? I feel like Green Mountain Falls is before Cripple Creek, right? I don't even know. I feel like the lab area in Colorado Springs is a lot smaller than the Texas lab area. Alright, so is Black Forest the lab? I'd probably count it as the lab. I feel like I don't even know about how close it gets to Castle Rock. All I know is Pueblo is not the lab. Alright, so Colorado, Mafia controls it. They want to make sure that everyone that drives drugs has to drive. So, like, sometimes these people will literally make laws like, you can't buy drugs in this city, you can't buy marijuana in this city. So we're all driving so far away to get marijuana, and it's because, like, they have it scheduled. Like, I'm telling you, like, the governor's office is literally involved with the lab. Literally. Like, the big lab, I didn't even know it was the big lab until, like, because I didn't fully understand her. Like, I didn't get, like, how much she wanted to produce. Like, I think that what happens is, like, when you know you can supply the entire world's drug supply, you want to, and, like, I think that some people, like, really get off on, like, how much they can get through, and some people, like, talk to them. Like, my understanding of the technology is that, like, not everyone even knows who everyone is. Like, they'll, like, people will be listening in, and, like, and like, they don't even know who they're listening in to, who's talking, but they're all talking to me. So, like, somehow, like, when a person, like, has the balls to do the things they do, in my head, it's like, they never get that there are other people watching that are sitting there going, you're trying to trick him right in front of us, in front of us. Like, we're watching as you trick him. Alright, so, what else can I snitch on? Oh man, I had so many things to snitch on. There was, like, I had the best snitch of all time the other day, and I couldn't remember it. Oh man, it was like, ah, fuck. And then I went to bed, and I was like, shit, I can't remember that snitch. That was one of those snitches that's gonna make everyone cringe so bad. Oh man. Once I start snitching, like, you don't understand, like, I make blanket allegations against the government, and, like, I never get to actually explain them. Man, sometimes, like, when you can explain stuff, it's like, those motherfuckers are evil. Like, you don't even understand, like, some of these people. But, like, my understanding of the situation is that, like, they don't know what to do. Like, a lot of the people are just sitting there going, I'm trying to fight you, I'm trying to fight the technology, I don't know what to do, I'm trying to fight the drugs, I can't stop the drugs. And it's like, don't you know that my mom owns the farmland? No, we don't know what it's made out of. I think you guys, like, have pretty good ideas about what certain things are made out of. You know what Molly's made out of. Molly, you can make it anywhere. Like, are you going to stop Molly by stopping my parents' farmland if they have farmland in Texas? 0%. Like, are you going to stop, like, I'm just saying, like, what really cut back on drugs? I'm pretty sure, like, the crackdown on the Arizona and New Mexico labs. Like, that's really what cracked down on, like, really good, like, ecstasy type stuff. I like, my understanding is, like, getting it through that is like getting it through a freaking brick wall. Like, you have no idea what it's like getting drugs out of those places. And that's why, like, they will make sure everyone knows you're a pedophile if you own the drug land. Like, I mean, Epstein should have never owned that property. Like, you have no idea, like, anytime you're associated with certain drugs, you're gonna be a pedophile, I promise. Like, that's the thing, like, it's just how it is. And, like, I think that, like, the government really does, like, right now they're at this point where, like, they, like, the news is still Ukraine. Oh, it's gonna, like, why isn't Vladimir Putin being nice to the Ukrainians? Like, why isn't Vladimir Putin, like, he's killing them too much? They're killing the Ukrainians, you guys. You guys, like, you know, like, why is that not a war crime, killing people? Okay, it is a war crime to kill people. What the fuck is a war? That's the thing about the Americans, dude. You don't understand these motherfuckers. Like, they think that, like, a war should involve, like, here, let me give you a blanket. Oh, you've got a gun! And then, like, that's like every single time you shoot someone needs to be like, he's got a gun! And you need to announce it, like, he's coming right at me! Yeah, the bullet does not have time to listen to you, and that's the thing about bullets. Like, it's fucking stupid. Like, we live in a country where I swear to God, there will be a day when you won't be able to have a yacht if you're an American citizen, because you're gonna get persecuted because you're a motherfucking American citizen. And that's all I'm saying is, like, I don't think people realize it. I realize it. I see it. Americans will never see it because we're better than everyone. Everyone needs us. We're awesome. No. You're a person that might never be accepted by the entire international community because your country is so fucking evil and you won't stand up to them. You have no way to stop them. Because, what? Because you know you're the best. You deserve everything you have. All you need to do is make sure that you get a black person in charge, and then everything will be fine. Sorry for being racist. Like, the reality is that, like, I honestly believe that, like, the black people have taken over everything in the United States, and it's to that point that it's like embarrassing. And like the person who traffics drugs with them is the person that's 100% certain about why. Like he's the person that like knows. Like the reason black people are in charge is because they traffic drugs. American government. Do you think they have any doubt about Common when they invite him to the White House? Just saying, like, my ex-girlfriend's talking to me about Common 10 years ago. I'm just saying, like, the Chicago drug trafficking organization with black people, it's everywhere, and it's not just Chicago anymore. Like, they have business relationships, but I'm just saying, like, that's where it all came out of, and, like, I don't think people get it, like, we all need to make sure the black people are in charge, but these are the motherfucking Black Panthers. And like, I'm a Black Panther. I love being a Black Panther. No, I fucking don't. You don't know what it's like being a Black Panther when I'm fucking going to some of these hoods. I'm not a hood. I'm not a hood person. I'm not fucking gangster. I don't know the fucking rules of gangster shit. You know what the rule is? Number one rule of gangster shit is for me? Don't look at people. Except I always look at them because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. You know what number two rule is? Don't say shit. No one will get mad at you. As long as you keep your fucking mouth shut, everything's fine. And all I'm saying is the reality is that, like, it's embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing that our country has to, like, freaking beg the black people to be in charge of everything. And it's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with us? Like, a lot of these people are fucking stupid. It's like, dude, do you not see the general community and go, the general community has a problem? Like, how the fuck does no one else see it? Because trust me, black people are fine, you guys are awesome, you guys are fine. No, you're not. The black community is the fucking plague on the United States. I know it. I can't tell you. Trust me, Kanye's a good guy. He's the best. I'm gonna invite him to my church. Kanye, he's a good guy. No, Kanye is part of the plague. And I don't, and like, it's like, I know at this point everyone's going, you're white supremacist again. No, I'm an anti-plague person. And it's not that I'm anti-black at all. Like, I'm a person that believes in, like, helping black people get ahead. My friend who's in the Air Force, I have no doubt in my mind, that's a black guy that's like a good, awesome, dude, he was my best friend during college. Like, he's a really freaking nice guy. He's not a plague on society. In no fucking universe is he a plague on society. But the reality is that black people are a plague on society in the United States. They're a fucking nightmare. There's, like, what's going to destroy the United States? Like, you know, there are all these societies that have been destroyed throughout history. What happened to the Romans? What happened to the Athenians? What happened to the fucking... What happened to Hitler? No, like, what happened to, like, all these great empires that fell? Well, a lot of things, but in the United States, what happened to us as black people? I swear to God. Like, is my opinion that? I know, you guys want to kill me, right? Because I'm saying it. Like, this guy, you're gonna go make a South Park episode about me saying naggers. Yeah, not saying naggers. I'm just saying black people are the plague. And, like, this is a video that's probably not allowed on YouTube. They are a plague. They're the drug traffickers. They have a culture of thug shit. They are popular. Kylie Jenner needs to make sure she's with the most hood nigga of all. That motherfucker is a fucking scary person. And she needs to make sure she's with the biggest hood nigga. All you guys know, Kylie Jenner's our hero. She has a bigger closet than anyone. Kylie Jenner's our hero. Yeah, she's a drug trafficker. And all I'm saying is it's pretty hard not to be a drug trafficker. When you've been a drug trafficker that knows how in you've been, you understand it. Like, there's no way to turn on these people ever. Like, you guys don't get it. Like, you can't turn on them. You're dead. And like, until you get that, you don't understand us. We have no fucking choice. It's scary. Like, who the fuck am I gonna turn to? The cops? They'll put me in the mental hospital. Like, and that's the reality about the cops. So, like, when all these people think that we need to make sure that, like, Beyonce is the hero of the fucking world, the black supremacist, and people are pushing a black supremacist agenda, because I swear to God it's real. It is real. Like, I don't think anybody else gets it. I'm the one that gets it. Like, and that's the thing, like, am I a white supremacist? I'm a black supremacist. Like, I fucking promise I'm smarter than all of you person. You will never find a black person as smart as me. In any fucking universe. You'll find Kanye West. And all I'm saying is, like, Kanye's the smartest. And when you guys start to figure that out, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Yeah, Kanye is the fucking smartest, and he's not. But he's pretty close. So all I'm saying is that, like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I definitely can't say it on the news. I definitely can't say it on TV. I definitely can't say anything anywhere. But trust me, let's make sure the black people are in charge. I'll make sure, like, I swear to God, like, when I say I'm going to go become a citizen of another country, there's a reason. I don't think my yacht is safe when I'm an American. I think right now it is, might not be. Because I'm a person that understands the United States government will destroy us all. And no one else gets it. I get it. I'm out. Bye.